Okay, so next topic, guys. Since we are in half pay stop for the management report status, uh, we, I mean, Jay and I did the work the other day. Management. I don't know what you guys have to say about why we entered from pay stop, but we would like to know it because half pay stop.
Uh,
Because I mean, the point is that even though there is a name of somebody in the management priority, uh, it's okay to update it. Anyone can update it and do the work if we see that there is some more team effort needed to meet a deadline. But here are the problem and solutions that we have listed the other time. So we would like a team contribution to the problems and the solution of why we entered half pay stop for this work, which is so. For example, I could see that only very few were updated. So
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
all right, 30-second stretch. Okay.
Moon, Ate, Moth, you want to hear
yes.
about
Wanna
why
hear
we
from?
meet this deadline?
Okay, as for me, if you check on the spreadsheet on the history, I started working on the updates. Um, then as I was not feeling fine, I had to stop. And then I said I will come back the next day. The next day I could not continue. That's why I was unable to update the ones I stepped up to. I restarted the work, but it's not go to the end.
I didn't quite understand all that, but Moth or Mamoon, did you have anything you want to add?
Nothing. Just I have updated it. I think 2 3 days back. I don't remember actually, but I have no idea why we are on half pay stop right now.
Well, that's not a particularly good answer, Mamoon, because I think the reason is because you and others just are not stepping up to do the work and you don't care about the deadline. You didn't actually put any effort into notifying or communicating as a team about making sure the work got done by the deadline. Because otherwise it would have gotten done.
It's true.
Yeah,
So Mamoon, who is responsible for meeting the deadline? Getting the work.
everyone.
Okay, and so what does that mean about you? Are
Yeah, I
you
am also responsible.
correct? All right, good. Moth or Alberto, did you want to add anything? Or?
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah. So I think that maybe we should a way to make it. I think what happens here is probably that wherever people only we're only concerned about updating the priority where their name was written next to it. So
Yes, exactly.
I would just I would just delete that column maybe, and so that it's clear to everybody that it's a teamwork. So anybody who's working on it can update
Maybe you
one,
could
two, three, four.
maybe you could change the column to be the date last updated. So when anyone updates anything, they put the date that they updated it so that we all know when it was last updated.
Yeah.
Who and when? Yeah, we can change the column to who and when has stepped up.
Well, no. Who and when did the last update?
Yeah,
Who and when
who?
did the previous update?
Okay.
Yes, because to me, I know I just have to work on where I see my name according to what I was told.
All right. All right. I changed it. Who and when? When was
I think it would be separate
April 18th?
column. Like one column would be who, and the other column would be the date. You know?
Okay. Okay. Let me get another column here. Who? Update when it last.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Okay. So I added this to the problem, and the solution is um, updated the report by changing the column of who stepped up to who did, who did, who and when the last update. Yeah, I think this is a good solution for the future.
And then also to make sure it gets work done on Thursday, Friday, Sonic Hour 3. It's a good time for it.
Yeah.
But overall, I definitely feel like my biggest concern is just the lack of engagement on the issue and from the team. So, I mean, I think unless more people step up and really do it, like, I don't think we have much of a choice but to prioritize recruitment. You know, it's like we need to get people wanting to make sure the work gets done on time if we want to be successful and have funds and value in it. I'm definitely not hearing what I would want to hear.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I think that with the problem solution, with I think let's make sure that also Joyce gets filled in on this evaluation, so that I'm sure that's something that Joyce would now that it's clearer that it's not only about updating that one two priorities, it's a teamwork. So hopefully it's gonna be better.
Well, so Thursday, Friday, when we're supposed to be doing the management status reporting, it says Alberto and Ate are scheduled. Ate is going to potentially be doing this surgery and be busy on Thursday, Friday, right? Or Ate, are you going to be available or?
Wednesday, Thursday.
No, Thursday, Friday, Sonic Hour 3.
Sonic Hour 3.
Yes, I'm going to be available.
Okay, so that's the morning up. All right. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Or we need to vote on it, right? With the vote?
Yeah, we need to make the proposal in order to get off upfront half pay stuff. Right. So
And we should also probably vote on the other proposal as well.
the proposal for the half pay stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, or I mean, we already voted, so it's just Ate and Mamoon and
Yeah. Let me
Mark.
get that. Let me get the proposal.
All right, I'll work on the other proposals. So the proposal line 30 is to end the half pay stop for the management status report. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Are there any questions about the proposal?
No questions.
No.
No.
So concerns. I definitely have some concerns. Does anyone else have any concerns? For me, the main concern is just like I'm not convinced that the work is now going to get done or that we have a clear.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
So I need to get going. So I have about 20 more minutes. So I don't know. Do you guys want to take a break or should we keep going? Or
Let's keep going.
Yeah, we can keep going.
so my main concern is just I'm not convinced about the plan for the next deadline or getting this work. I mean, it just didn't seem particularly convinced. I feel like our team is kind of waning, which is normal to have a little bit of a wane in the group. But I'm still concerned.
I mean, this is also kind of related to the next topic, which is team scheduling. That we are we keep on skipping sessions. Sessions are not happening anymore as they were before. So
Yeah. So we'll address that in the next topic. So are there any other questions or any other concerns in regards to the proposal to end the upfront half-pay stop for the management status report?
No, for me.
I'm going to
no,
vote 6.4. 6.3. 6.2.
I'm gonna vote 7.
I'm gonna vote 7.5.
My vote is 7.
Mock, you're voting at 6.5. So barely passes. So the other proposal is to put the management status report as a half-pay stop for now and the future deadlines. And that's the 72 hours for full new moons, and the next one is May 2nd at 6:32 p.m. UTC. Are there any questions about the proposal? But there was some confusion about whether this was a half pay stop or a upfront pay stop, or full pay stop in that case. No questions? Are there any concerns?
No concerns.
Are there any objections?
No objection from me.
No.
All right, so we have consensus. All right, so we go on to the next topic.
Mhm.
Yeah, Chair, one thing, may we just take my option just before team scheduling? I mean, topic 3. Can we do that? I mean, my topic. Can you do my topic now and then topic 3?
I'm fine with that. Does anyone else have any issues with that? So we're going to go into Mamoon's probation and then deal with the scheduling after Mamoon's probation.
No, I would like to stick with the. I think it's way more important that we discuss. Make sure that since Jay said only gonna have 20 minutes, that we discuss the schedule.
All right, well, let's just get through this. The schedule should be pretty quick.
Yeah, should be pretty quick. I mean, the problem with the schedule is that there is sessions that keep not happening. I mean, like today, we had if we go into the team schedule, the only one who checked in for work was Ate, right? So I would like to know from I'm sure Mott is uh, is uh, is is scheduled. I would like to know from Mott why he didn't check in today, and what are we expecting? Are we expecting Hydra to? I mean, there's many times that Hydra is not happening, right? So I don't know
I personally don't
what
have
is the
time for
problem.
it. It's like I don't really have time for it. It's like if people aren't stepping up and doing the work that needs to be done for Hydra, then it's just like you get rid of it until people are scheduling and wanting to do it again in the future. You know, I mean, it's just like there's just no requirement as a team for us to have Hydra. Right? It's not required. If people aren't stepping up to do it and prioritizing it, then I would say we just cut it and get rid of it, because I think that will support Andromeda. I think Andromeda will be more focus will go into Andromeda without Hydra, and I think also Sonic will get more focus.
Yeah, I mean,
End of
6
break.
o'clock.
Time to start.
I would like to know from the people that are from the workers that are scheduled on in Hydra currently, what they think about it. Because I
To
mean,
me, Hydra
today,
has no problem. Who's available Hydra?
yeah, today you checked
Except
in.
I'm sick.
Joyce said she was sick, so it's okay. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she notified that she was not. I mean, although she didn't take any sick leave or anything, but she notified that she was gonna be able to attend any sessions because because of the fact that she's Moth. Moth. What about? I mean, Moth. You're scheduled every day in.
Hydra.
You're the only one scheduled every day in Hydra, but you're.
Yes,
It doesn't really seem
yes,
that
yes,
you're checking in on time. I mean, usually you check in
yes.
late, and so and then I mean with Mamoon we're gonna see later as well. But I mean, it's always very difficult to have sessions happening because of communications problems. So I don't know, Moth.
Yes,
You either try to make sure that Hydra happens because you're scheduled every day, or we just cancel Hydra for the moment because I mean
o-
it's not really
okay.
happening regularly anymore, and it's a team
The,
it's a
the
team
the
responsibility.
problem the
Yeah.
problem with the Hydra, or the challenge that is there with the Hydra session is that mostly finding the team for Hydra is a bit challenging. With me, I'm mostly available. Even today, I was available, but uh, for I think the last communication I had or I got from, because Hydra mostly it is Joyce, Art, and I who are scheduled for it mostly, and I think Mamoon. But then it was a while. I think I've not heard from Mate for quite a while. So then Joyce, last time when I communicated, she said she was unwell even today. So she communicated when I logged in to Discord about some minutes to the top of the hour,
Time
and
to
I saw it
pause.
was
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah, but Mott, if I can interrupt you,
yes,
right? So
yeah,
I'm looking at the communications of today, right? And I see
yes.
clearly that Ate is asking to the team if somebody's available to work with her. And you say that you're available, but
Today
yeah, today.
at because let me check the time she communicated,
Look,
because
at 45 minutes before the start of the session, Ate communicated, is
Which
there
channel?
any
Which channel?
value PTM channel? Is there anyone available Hydra 3.5 to 3.5 for us to focus on payroll accounting? Then again,
let me check.
at Hydra point 3.5, when she said she was gonna do the work, she said, "I'm working on payroll accounting now. Is there anyone to join?"
Okay, so a couple things here. First of all, pound
Okay,
value scheme is not how you notify workers. You use the at worker, right? Or
o-
at the people who are scheduled during that time, right? So, if you're not actually using the @ symbol and pinging people, you can't expect them to see to respond, right? So that is definitely a fault for Ate, unless you didn't want to notify anybody. Okay.
Yeah, but
I don't
the point is,
understand the fault here because I take all value. When I say all value, normally, as it used to be in type, when they tag it, all those who work under the value, the payroll, and the budget, normally they are highlighted. Mark was
No,
supposed to have
it's
seen it.
this one right here. See this one, Ate @ value. That is correct when you did @ value, but when you do £value P team, that's not correct. You have to do @ to be able to @ value.
yeah, I think here there was a mistake from Ate, but the point is not that if you're available to work and you're scheduled,
Yes.
you should make a communication. You shouldn't wait for somebody who communicates,
Normally,
right?
Correct.
You should, like Ate is doing here, right? Guys, I'm gonna be working. Is anyone there? Is anyone there available to work? That's what you do, right? If you're available to work, because you're expected to be available to work because you're scheduled.
Yeah.
You should, before the start of the session, you say, all right, session starting. I'm available as scheduled, or whatever you wanna communicate. Is there anyone who else?
Time
Usually,
for
usually,
please stop and get ready. Now inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
yeah. So what I'm saying is that you
Yes.
should communicate. You can ping the other. You look at the team schedule. Um, you see.
The
All
all of
right.
us.
So
Yes.
today is Joyce, me as you, Mark, and
Yeah.
Ate, right? So you want to write a message, a communication, at least to Joyce and Ate, and say, guys, I'm gonna be working as scheduled. Hydra H3, maybe 15 minutes before, 10 minutes before. Whatever. Are you guys also gonna be there? Let's get focused. Let's get organized, right?
All right.
So
Yeah.
Can I jump in here?
yeah,
So we could go on and on and on about trying to train people on how to be professional, but the bottom line is that I'm not looking for doing endless training to teach people how to just simply be basic professionality and communicate and show up to your scheduled session. This is just not the time for that. Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So if people want to spend a lot more time on this in the future, it's fine, but it's like I don't have time with it right now. So for me, I feel like the policy that needs to change is this. And this is similar to our old policies when we were setting up Octants in Old World and other places. The Octant Vortex scheduling policy would be to start scheduling an Octant. That Octant is required to have a supervisor or team leader who is willing to follow through to make sure the schedule is organized and the team is professional. So if we want to set up Zuri or Dynamic or some sort of old world session, there needs to be agreement from the global core team and from the management that there is going to be a supervisor, team leader within that Octant who's going to follow through with the scheduling. And if they don't, then it gets canceled. And my feeling is that originally Alberto was sort of assigned as the leader of Hydra, and in some ways, Joyce was sort of, second there. And Alberto no longer wants to do Hydra, which is perfectly fine. But then that leaves kind of a vacuum, and if no one's willing to step up, and we kind of gave everyone a chance to step up, and nobody did. And so it's kind of like a little too late, too little too late. Like if someone wants to do that, I think it's fine. It's kind of like a position that someone would need to take on. And if they're not able to do that, either for a short period of time or ongoing, then either someone else needs to step up for the position or
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
so basically if someone else is not willing to step up, then the sessions need to be canceled either temporarily or permanently. And so I'm to the point where unless someone's willing to step up, we need to propose to remove Hydra from the regular team schedule We'll make Hydra for one-time work sessions only. And I think that is just like, I don't see any reason not to move forward with both of those proposals.
I would like to
Mm,
step up for Hydra.
no, I think we can. Okay, maybe as much as there, maybe as much as there's pitfall that we have been experiencing for a while, but we are. I think we are going to work to make Hydra active. I think
But
the
Hydra,
best thing maybe you can do is that we do a communication at least maybe say 30 minutes to time that will be we'll find at least whoever logged in will be able to know that we have a session. Yeah.
yeah, but for
So I
me, it's
think
just
there has been a problem with the
Hydra,
communication. Yeah.
Hydra can be fully active and fully functional as one-time sessions, right? And if you guys
Sure.
can get one-time sessions
Yes.
scheduled and active and functional, that's great. And
Yeah.
then we know, okay, this is getting more active. Let's make it
Yeah.
actual team sessions. But it's like at this point, why should everybody in the team get doc bonus value in 1 hour over and over and over again? I think we're at like 3 or 4 hours, maybe even 5 hours in the last 2 weeks. Right? Why should we all have to take that because you guys aren't organized for Hydra? It's like it's not acceptable. It affects the entire team, right?
Yes, Jen, I accept your proposal. We can make Hydra for now a one-time PT session.
Yeah. And then as soon as you're feeling better after your surgery, and as soon as Joyce is feeling better, and then people in Hydra want to get more active, then we'll change it
Yeah.
back. Like next
Okay.
week we could change it back if people want to step up and change it. But I think for now, unless there's some specific reason why Hydra is going to magically become more active, I think the best thing to do is to cancel Hydra for now, and then when people are ready to step up again, we can reinstate it.
Okay. Let me see.
So should we go ahead and vote on these proposals?
Yes.
All right, so proposal to remove Hydra from the regular team schedule. Are there any questions?
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right. Proposals to remove Hydra from the regular team schedule and make Hydra for one-time work sessions. All right, until someone wants to step up, right? Are there any questions about the proposal?
No question.
No.
Are there any concerns?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, concerns are that no. I mean, concerns is that maybe the only concern is that then there's going to be even fewer sessions in Hydra happening than before. I mean, hopefully not, but it's a concern.
Okay. On the concern, are we going to move maybe the sessions that are scheduled for Hydra to maybe Andromeda? Maybe.
Well, yeah, that's part of what I would say for responding to that. Maybe we'll have fewer work sessions during Hydra, but maybe the Andromeda sessions will go better.
Okay.
So anyone's welcome to come to the Andromeda sessions. We have 6 per week. It's a lot.
Okay.
Yes. The only one that's proposing to be removed is Hydra. So Andromeda, Cobalt, and
Yeah.
now we also have Sonic sessions are gonna all stay.
Okay.
All right. Any other concerns or questions? So let's go ahead and vote. I'm going to vote a 7.75.
Oh, for the 7.5.
Okay, the 7.5.
I'm gonna vote a 7. Yeah.
I guess the Moon voted a 7. Moth, what do you want to vote?
Okay, 7. 7.
7.
Okay. So this passes pretty comfortably. The next proposal is for a new policy, and this would be to start scheduling Octant. That Octant is required to have a supervisor team leader who is willing to follow through to make sure the schedule is organized and the team is professional. Additionally, this would mean that if during, so, while the Octant is active, if the team leader or the Octant leader, right, Octant supervisor is not able to um, oversee and attend sessions, that they would be required to pass off their responsibilities to someone who can. Otherwise, the sessions would be temporarily while that person is away. All right, are there any questions about the proposal?
Afterwards, scheduling for success and action, the journal is required to have a supervisor team leader who's willing to follow through to make sure the schedule is organized and the team is professional. While the octane is active, the supervisor is not able to oversee and attend session, and they will require to pass off the responsibility to someone who can. Otherwise, the session should be temporarily cancelled. So I don't understand. Okay, so when you say while the octant is active, we are talking on we are here we are referring only to the regular schedules, obviously, right? Regular scheduled sessions. All right. So, for example, if the octant supervisor is not able to oversee and attend sessions, they will be required. Otherwise, the sessions should be temporarily cancelled. Okay, no, it's clear.
So, for example, like let's say Joyce, who is currently sick, was, because basically there was Alberto, who was obviously the Octant supervisor, and then Alberto stepped down from Hydra, and then you and Joyce were the, buddy team leadership buddy team, right? For
Yeah,
Hydra. Then when you stepped down, Alberto, it kind of like left Joyce as the default person. So maybe Joyce is sick right now. So if Joyce didn't pass off her responsibilities, maybe one, she didn't realize she had those responsibilities. So now we want to make it official so everyone understands there is an Octant supervisor. And then if
yeah,
they're sick and they're not able to show up, they need to pass on that responsibility to some type of temporary or interim Octant supervisor, right? Which obviously did not happen. And then maybe when Joyce comes back, she could take on that role. But the point is that right now, whether Joyce was the Octant leader or not, it's not happening. But if Joyce was the Octant leader, they're, if they're sick and nobody else is on the responsibility, then you just automatically temporarily cancel the sessions until the Octant supervisor can come back. That make sense?
makes sense. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the point here is to get a functional system that's professional, and it's clear what happens when people as individuals can't follow through with their commitment, right? Which is perfectly fine. We don't want an organizational system that's dependent on individuals. If individuals are not able to meet their original expectations or commitment for whatever reason, in this case being sick, then they pass off those responsibilities to someone else who's willing. Otherwise, as a team, we change our relationships and expectations temporarily so that we are all professional. Otherwise, we're not meeting expectations, which is unprofessional. All right.
Yeah, very
All right.
good.
So, are there any questions on the policy?
No questions,
Are there any concerns?
no concerns.
No.
Are there any objections?
No objection.
No objection.
All right, so we have consent. All right, let's move on to Mamoon's situation, and for this, the task would be to add policy to policy database and
Jay, I would just like to say something. Moth,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that you can't schedule for Hydra. If you have a
Yeah.
proposal for Hydra, you can go ahead and propose. Then we work together.
So that is like when we have the open sessions, huh? We can,
Exactly.
when where
If
we
you
had
have,
the
if
open
yeah,
session. We can,
maybe you have something
okay.
to work on, you can propose. Because normally on
Okay.
the
Okay.
team schedule, it says that
Yeah.
Andromeda they are working on this particular responsibility.
Yes.
But for Hydra, there's no particular responsibility for now. So you can
Okay.
propose if there
Okay.
is work you want us to work maybe on the budget, you can
Okay.
propose a BT session to work on the budget and you can propose you tag maybe Ate, Joyce, we have agreement that we work on it. So that's the meaning
Okay.
of
Okay.
one time BT session. It doesn't mean that if you propose for Hydra, it should not be happening.
Okay. Okay. I think that one's more clear.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Jay,
The only
That's
Jay, I hope what I'm saying is correct.
yeah, very correct. Yeah.
Okay.
The only
Okay, I
okay.
see
difference between a
Mod was
one-time
having confusion.
the only difference between a
Yeah, go
one-time
ahead.
buddy team session and a regular scheduled session is when you
Yes.
schedule a one-time buddy team session, you're required to know what responsibility you're working on and inform them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only difference. So that's
Okay.
why you need
Thank you.
to communicate ahead of time on Discord and make sure there's clarity on what you're working on.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
Mamoon's
that's okay.
probation.
Okay. Let me get the notes from last time. All right. So I didn't have the time to finalize
Proposal.
the proposal. We can. I mean, it was already finalized basically, so we can try to finalize it now.
Okay, but I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone saw it, right? Did you post it and so everyone could see it, or no?
No, I didn't do any more communications after the one you did. Okay.
Okay, well that's not particularly professional. So you certainly should have presented your proposals. But anyways, if you want to present them now, then copy and paste it. We can go over it and get it all official, and then let Mamoon respond.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah. I'm getting.
Okay, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like Mamoon can talk if you want to now. Today,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, give me a second.
since Alberto's not particularly organized.
Oh,
So now, what I would like to say is that this is not a contentious Mamoon, right? We have a policy.
No, but that's not up to you, right? It's
Okay.
contentious. Anything can be contentious, and anyone can
Yeah, no,
address
of
it.
course.
And if Mamoon wants to, if we as a team feel like there needs to be time to have repeating people back and that we're not listening to each other, then we can go into that within our policies. At this time, I haven't
yeah,
heard any like major contention that is
yeah.
separate from just main, policies. Just addressing the policies in relationship to the work output. But I
Okay.
mean, there's no difference between, like, I mean, obviously the idea of putting someone on probation is a contentious process. Period. Does that make sense? Like that, you
Yeah,
don't
makes
you put someone on probation because you liked what they're doing. There's obviously
Yeah,
an issue and a contention.
yeah, of course.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, I have. May I start, Jay, or everyone?
Sure, but we're just discussing right now. We're not. There's nothing. We're not in like a specific process unless you are requesting something. But yeah, you're welcome to talk.
Yeah,
Because
thank you.
we're still waiting for Alberto
Yeah.
to get ordered.
Um. Yes. Alberto was right about the comms thing, like the problems we are having. Actually, in my country, we are experiencing a massive power storage, like 15 to 18 hours a day. Every 24 hours, we are having 15 to 17 hours power shortage, and you guys can Google it anytime, and can check if I'm saying if my yeah, I mean authentic. You can prove it like authenticity. So that's the main problem for me to. I thought Alberto said this. I mean, and my response is to. It was very difficult for me to. Um, for me, even I joined today with my phone first time. Remember, I couldn't vote in the no I did vote on Discord because I didn't have power. I was used my phone, but after that I had my power back, and this is the main problem we are. I don't know when it will recover. My government said it will recover maybe next few weeks. I'm not sure about that. So, and Alberto, I never said. I actually you can check on my I mean check the Discord. I mean the team can check the Discord. I said that I had power issue, not my internet issue. Internet is stable, but the power is main issue. Okay, and yeah, total lack of okay. So and mm, I am actually uh, very very when you are. I mean, in a sense, when you are actually presenting or not presenting a more BT session or not communicating well, then definitely my team will mm, affect and definitely you guys can give the blame on me, but I didn't actually had the chance to tell the team that I am having that this type of problem because you guys don't know that. Um, and the other thing I actually wanted to propose, and I'm no I have no nothing angry about Alberto's what Alberto's just proposed or my for my profession. I'm very very okay with that, Alberto. I'm very okay with that because um, you raised those issues for the companies. I mean, for the organization. I mean, good for the organization. I appreciate it, but in my situation I actually, if I tell every day people I have power problem, I have power problem, I have a power problem. I don't know, you guys think I'm lying, right? No, I'm not lying. You guys can go to Google and just see how we are having this trouble. And also I'm proposing actually not I am proposing that why don't I make myself room for the FQN, and I saw there is option called remove mammon from the budget. Yes, I actually personally want to take away from budget from next month. I mean, 117. So I want to withdraw myself from that budget. Also, because the power situation is not good here, so I can't be working. I don't know if I can work or not, but uh, I want to withdraw myself from the budget. And I there is a way that I think I can I might put some I mean I might do some work with my equity. That's fine, only equity. I don't know if I can do that or not. You guys can tell me. And if everything is right, I will get back after this month. And then I can have the provision. I am very okay with the provision. Check. I don't know if I can explain myself good, but if you guys have any question, just ask me.
All right, I think I got it pretty clear. So, let's go through some of the options. So, I mean, the bottom line, what we heard you say is that basically some of the power outages and the problems in Bangladesh are out of your control, that you've been, dealing with other things, and that basically you're open to the idea of removing yourself from the budget and doing even equity only, et cetera, et cetera. So let's look at some of those options. Like one of the concerns that came up was that you did increase your pay, and you haven't necessarily increased your output. I think you almost increased your pay by, I don't know, 40%, 40, 50%. So in the context of removing yourself from the budget is a little more complicated, but the easiest thing, it all goes down to your POP. So if you want to propose in your POP, you can propose in your POP to change your budget from upfront pay to basically, equity only, right? Or even benefits only. So benefits only would be back pay benefits, and then you go to like just jurisdictional equity. So that is something that you can do immediately, and then you would have to propose to the HR board for preemptive approval of your budget changes, because they don't take effect. So if you change your POP, it would take effect 6 weeks after the next full moon deadline, which is in 2 weeks. So that'll be 8 weeks from now. Okay, so if you did it today, it would be 8 weeks from today's new moon. But when you talk about removing yourself from the budget starts today. Today is the new moon, which is in like about an hour or so, and that
But we
is,
didn't vote.
we have not approved the budget yet. Of course not. But the
Yeah.
point that I'm trying to make is that if you want to remove yourself from the budget, you need to explain what budget you're talking about. Are you talking about this month? Are you talking about next month? Like when? And then from there, if you wanted to do that, that would go in your POP, and then that would also be, if you wanted to, we could propose it to the HR board as a preemptive proposal, right? So that's up to you and your main buddy team, but it's like, it's not required. The other option obviously is for the team to remove you from the budget. No one's been talking about the team removing your budget at this time, which is why we were talking about going into a probation period. In fact, under our policies, the probation period means that you cannot be removed from the budget. So if you go on probation, you cannot be removed from the budget, which means that probation is much better than being proposed to be removed from the
Jay,
budget, which
Jay,
you can.
okay, Jay. I am actually not ready to enter the provision now. Yeah,
I think
I
it's not up
can
to
do that
you.
after 1 month.
Okay, but I want to make sure that you understand that the probation has nothing to do with your pay. Their probation only has to do with your work output. Okay?
Oh, I understand.
So when you're on probation, you still get paid, you still come to work, you still do your work, everything's normal, right? It's just that we're evaluating it. So you're putting on an
Okay.
official evaluation process overseen by the evaluation P team, which is
Okay.
what we're doing now. So that's a very helpful thing to understand what probation is. Probation has nothing to do with removing you from the budget. It has nothing to do with an upfront pay stop, nor does it have anything to do with a half pay stop. It's simply putting you on warning that you're
Mm-hmm.
being evaluated based on the organization.
Yeah,
Okay. But
ideally, the probation is a very positive thing because we believe that you can give a lot to this team and you can be a valuable asset to this team. The problem
yeah,
is that
yeah.
you're not really
But
being this valuable
yeah,
asset that we think you can be,
yeah.
and
Okay.
so I mean, personally, I think the probation could be a very good way for you to get
Yeah,
focused
and
and yeah.
one
Uh,
thing to ask, just how come I can be more available if I already explained you my power shortage is extremely
Okay, so let me say one
extreme
other thing.
situation. So
Let me say one other thing to address your situation, Mamoon. Okay, because you talked about how you've been having these problems and you didn't want to tell the team, you didn't want people to think that you were lying or just like having these problems over and over and over again, right? So when someone's work is affected, the professional thing to do is what you do is you take partial leave. If you want to continue to work, but you do not, but you cannot or are not expecting to meet your full commitment, right? What
mhm.
is your current commitment, Mamoon?
40 hours, Jay.
40 hours a week. Like,
40
obviously, you're
hours
not
a
getting more
month.
close
no,
to that.
no, no. 10 hours per week. 40 per.
I
Not
mean
as
40
budget.
hours per month.
40 hours per month.
Yeah,
We're talking about 10 hours a week.
10 hours a week.
Okay, so that's not a lot, right? So basically, in terms of your 10 hours a week, if you're not able to meet that and you're only doing like 5 hours a week or whatever because of your problems with your electricity, then you do what's called a partial leave, which means that you are not able to, be able to do your expected 10 hours a week. But you're not quitting, you're not stopping, you're not taking full leave. You're still going to work as much as you can, but your ability to work 10 hours is just not possible. So you would go on professional partial leave, and then that would last
Okay.
until a certain amount of time when you would get back and check in on us about that. Okay, so that's how you professionally address that situation. Um, and you have not done that, right? So in that context, in that
Yeah, yeah. This is
part of
awesome, Jay.
our worker engagement criteria also involves people's worker status of whether they're fully active, partial leave. So that does need to be part of that. So let's make sure that that is being actively reviewed every 2 weeks or every month. So that's it. That's one thing that you can do. And then from there, I think it's very, you know, yeah, I'll just stop there. But I need to get going. I
Okay.
need to check out and get going here. So I don't know if you guys want to continue, but I don't really feel comfortable voting on this right now, because I don't think it's totally finalized and thought through and a little disorganized. And um, also, it's good to hear Mamoon's side of the story. So what? Just so you know what I want to see from you, Mamoon. I want to see clear responsibilities and priorities. I want to know what your output has been over the last couple months or year, whatever. Just what have you contributed to the team in terms of your output and deliverables, right?
Hmm.
And then you need to be like you just need one responsibility at first, and you need to follow through with that responsibility and complete it, and then show us that you're doing it. Um, and then if you want to change your pop and get paid a little bit less, or get you know or go towards equity only or benefits only, that's fine. And then from there, we can reevaluate.
Okay.
So and then you can also go
Sounds
on the
good.
partial leave until the problems are fixed, right? So you just officially make sure that the organization knows that you are on partial leave, which means that
Yeah. So,
temporarily until you're done with the
so
partial leave, that you would be doing more like 5 hours a week or whatever.
okay. So Jay, for partial leave, should I decrease my hours if I take partial leave? So why should I
Yeah. You don't need to
decrease the
decrease your
hours.
hours. Your
Don't decrease
goal
nothing.
is to work 10 hours a week, right? But
Yeah.
we want to make sure you understand when you want to work with us, with FQN Community Network in the cooperative for 10 hours a week, we expect 10 very professional hours where you're following through with the responsibilities, that you are organized, and that you have clear priorities, and that you're a leader in the team and you're stepping up. That is not happening.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So if you are not able to put in 10 professional hours, then focus on do partial leave and focus on putting in 5 professional hours
5.
a week while
Okay.
you work back up to getting your internet and your electricity functional again, and then getting back up to where you should be, which is 10 professional hours, right? We don't want people basically saying like, oh yeah, I'm going to work 100 hours a week, and then they can't do it because there's no way they would be able to do that. It's not professional.